Hello London, hello England, hello world. What fresh hell is this? I'm on a YouTube video, or I should be watching mine. Like, subscribe, share and comment. More comments, please. I'm on a YouTube video titled Attacked with a Tub of Curry at Bristol University During Deportations Debate. I'm about to cough. And it's by a YouTube channel, which I probably shouldn't publicise. It's called Project Britannia, with a little boy called Young Bob, who's about 17. And it's clearly sort of a Charlie Kirk-esque setup he's got. If you remember Charlie Kirk, in the years before his assassination, would go to college campuses and sit down and talk. That was an American accent, by the way. So this little boy, Young Bob, I think he's about 17 or 7. That's a joke, by the way. He's about 17. Um, he's engaged in this very performative debate with a young woman in a white hijab. I can't tell if she's of an Arab background or of a Western European background, but she's got an Irish accent. And the two of them are both very disingenuously doing a back and forth. And young Bob is, whoop, that was professional of me, wasn't it? Young Bob is being a contrarian, a sort of Christopher Hitchens light for the slower of thinking. And she's shouting and he's shouting back, and it's all the shouting, all the noise. You can hear the noise just out there. And I'm thinking, if I am even able to get through this fresh hell of a video on the limited sleep I've had, that's another topic for another day. I have to get through 3 adverts every 4 minutes. Now, I understand how the algorithm works and I understand how YouTube works, but what fresh hell is this? Shouting, more shouting, left, right, young Bob, young girl. Flags, no flags, refugees welcome here, send them back. Democrat, Republican, shouting. We did not have this much shouting when I was actually at Bristol University. I've just realised that, like I said, lack of sleep makes you slow in the thinking department. But Tim Dillon just had an interesting video about Charlie Kirk's widow. And I think whatever you think of Charlie Kirk, at least there was an authenticity to his videos, and he was the first one to do it almost a decade ago, I think. It's probably well over a year since he got assassinated. Or is it 6 months? It's so hard to keep up with time post-COVID. But what is all this theatre meant to lead to? You know, we need good sleep, something I haven't had last night. We need good vibrations in our soul and spirit. Is this all a bit woo-woo for everyone? Don't blame me, I'm Hindu. At the feet of gurus. And so what I have been doing today, in amongst other activities, is listening to Justin Bieber performing an acoustic drunk version where he goes, "It will be painful if I start singing. Oh, oh, that one. Oh, na 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 na. That one. And I want to link in Zach Polanski, Jeremy Corbyn, and Justin Bieber. Justin Bieber should be up there, shouldn't he? Because he's got all the money and fame. I reflect back on the past 10 years and a lot of the people whom we put on pedestals without naming any names, we should have been looking down upon, and a lot of the people we persecuted, such as Jeremy Corbyn and Justin Bieber, have turned out to be vindicated. I still don't know, and I don't know if this is a controversial thing to say in 2026, I still don't know what Jeremy Corbyn did wrong. I didn't vote for him, that's a video for another day. But we all hated him, didn't we? Or a lot of the media wanted us to hate him. Same can be said for Justin Bieber. Lots of hand movements today. And they both appear to be vindicated. Zach Polanski, will he do well? I'm really not speaking freely because I don't know if these videos are just an interlude in life I very much doubt this will be a career. I don't think Zach Polanski will do as well as I'm hoping for him to do. I've still had no engagement from any party. I've had no one knocking on my door. I've had one leaflet from Reform, and I'm watching this debate that I assume ends with little young Bob with curry thrown at him at my alma mater. And even to get through this, I have to watch videos about holidays, heather, gambling, new apps from the Sun. Gambling is always gambling adverts. So I don't think we're in a great place as a country. I start all these videos with the phrase, hello London, hello England, hello world. That was a phrase by a guy called Greeky Lion, since deceased, who used to call up a DJ called Big George Webley, since deceased. And there also used to be phone calls from individuals such as Hope, Harry, and Jeffrey, all deceased. And a lot of them had fallen on hard times, and a lot of them you would not have expected to fall on hard times. Tough times ahead in the upcoming decade. The centre-left is dead. New Labour died the day Gordon Brown left number 10, in my opinion. The populist left, I mean, forget about the populist right, I don't really have much to say about them. It's all in my book, if you want to buy it. I'll read you some sections from it later. The hard left, the populist left, they absolutely must focus on wealth inequality, wealth inequality, wealth inequality. Tax wealth, not work, tax wealth, not work, tax wealth, not work. My first YouTube video, now this is an interesting bit of kismet, an interesting bit of deja vu, that I filmed at Bristol University, the same university I'm watching this screamy, shouty debate at. The director of that film, when I was a 20-year-old, she went on to be quite a good director on mainstream television and so forth. I was just checking that my sofa's nice for the recording. She said an actor has to be good looking. Is that cancelable in 2026? Zach Polanski doesn't have the looks of a politician. I think Gary Stevenson does. He's a white working class guy who speaks like all the lads I grew up around. And I think we need a voice like that. And if Gary Stevenson does watch this, very unlikely, that wasn't a diss or an insult. Unlike Trump, I'm not a narcissist. I think before I speak. But I grew up around sort of white working class geezers, everyone who sort of spoke like that, mate. All right, Dave. A lot of them called me Dave, even though my name's not Dave. All right, Dave. A lot of them were called Wayne. And again, I'm not using it as a pejorative. I'm just telling you about the milieu I grew up in, where the word milieu was not used often. Parties like the Green Party need working class voices, as in literally people who sound working class, and they need to focus on the money issue, not the culture issues. This country is on its knees. And tell me what you think about the Jeremy Corbyn, Justin Bieber comparison. I've had this channel for 2 weeks. It's gaining views, but obviously it's just me talking. If I did like sit-down interviews, a bit of vlogging, I'm not going to do vlogging. And also you can't truly speak freely unless you're like a celebrity and you're making millions from this. So I'm going to upload a few more videos after this one. So, Critical Criminologist out.